Please watch your step. Books are everywhere. I don't understand. I should be giving them my blessings. They're brave enough to return to the essence. But instead, sadness washes over me. I should feel happy for Sophia, now that she knows her soul number. Yet, I am filled with sorrow. Why did you all leave? Is it because I wasn't fast enough? Is it because I didn't do well enough?
Go, 37. Leave the island to the world outside. Ms. Vertin, you're clearing a path out of the mires of the phenomenal world. I sincerely hope you will steer it away from the horrors of war.
It's our duty to do so.
Also, the person you were looking for, I am not familiar with a biographer named Erd. However, in my recollections from the previous 6, there was a lady with a soul number just as unique as yours.
Are you saying?
Sadly, these vague scraps of information were all that I inherited. I hope they will be useful to you.
No! Wait! 6, where are you going? Everyone is gone! Sophia, 210, 888, and now you too?
I'm returning to the cave, 37. There are still people who refuse to be caught in the cycle of hatred or give in to unrestrained passion. The entrance to the sacred place may be destroyed, but the people's faith is yet to be extinguished. We will persist in studying the scrolls, copying the scriptures, and restoring our halls. We will worship the Ancient One in penance and work to rekindle the flame of our broken beliefs. The island is a manifestation of our choices, a haven removed from the phenomenal world, a place of order and harmony, and it is our determination that will sustain its tranquil existence.
I will go with you!
No, your choice has already been made, 37. You should not go back. The sorrows and doubts you have can only be alleviated by experiencing the outside world. Thousands of years ago, the first faithful ones fled from the Roman Empire and journeyed to this island, where they founded the School of Epeiron. 500 years ago, refugees from Arabia found shelter here. They filled the cavern's shelves with copies of their writings and texts. Half a century ago, scholars who had their research exploited for warfare came and expanded our knowledge on modern mathematics. There were many 37s and 6s among them. Yet, are we any different from them in essence? Even if we are no longer here, the numbers 37 and 6 will still exist. Even if the island sank, these numbers would reappear elsewhere. The integer sequence is infinite, 37. Rather than clinging to a set of specific numbers, you should go and work out your own calculations and conclusions.
So now you're choosing to be wise and look on. But I don't understand. How could one be wise by being uninvolved and looking on from the sidelines?
You overestimate wisdom, Miss Verton. It can't do everything. Wisdom can free people from ignorance, but it can also lead them to a nihilistic void. Yet, someone will always seek this wisdom, even if nihilistic, to briefly rise above their worldly troubles and find some relief. And someone will have to stay here and provide a neutral haven for the drifters of the phenomenal world, and give the lost souls a harbor to return to.
Wait! 6, wait! Wait, 6! Will you leave a door open for me in your cave, like when we were kids? I know the transcendental law is in disorder, but that doesn't mean the truth is gone. I will carve a new path through the chaos, calculate better solutions than ever before, and delve into the phenomenal world to discover all it has to offer. By then, if I run into problems that I can't solve, can we talk about them together? Like we used to?
Yes, a door will be left open for you, 37. Both you and your friends can come in.
It's a promise, 6.
Zeno sent a ship to pick us up. Let's go, 37. The researchers of Laplace would love to meet you. Are you nervous? Afraid of the unknown world?
Maybe a little. But I will get used to it. Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
We are prisoners within these cavern walls. Our gaze is held captive by the shadow's thrall. Until our hands clasped and our chains rattled, we united to break free from our shackles. The sightless joined forces with the soundless, and the voiceless uplifted the helpless. Together, we assembled a sliver of truth, a piece of the world hidden since youth. Have you got something for me, Mesmer?
Yes, they asked me to give this to you. The culmination of our research, the crystallization of man and all its wisdom, the protective gear against the storm. An umbrella, something you personally don't really need. It's called the Equilibrium Umbrella. This is the first model, consisting of a converter, a harmonizer, and a ritual core. The converter generates a balancing field that can cast rituals in the storm, taking account of the wielder's capabilities. The harmonizer's markings are inspired by the scroll of Apeiron. Madame Lucy tested it against 162 known side effects and found it to be highly effective. The original scroll has been returned to the island. This is only a simplified and duplicated rendition.
The 162 curses aren't all of them, right?
Correct. There may be other unknown side effects, so the umbrella is only a prototype in the testing phase. And the ritual core. At first it was called the 37 Lucy knot in honor of the two main contributors. However, both of them turned it down.
Yes, I still remember what 37 said at the time. She would rather name it after the mathematical properties of the knot, even if it's too much of a mouthful.
No, 37 is not a name, and the truth should not be dressed up with anyone's name. I only found it. I didn't invent it. I don't need something named after me to prove my sense of existence. But I'm not on the island anymore. I can understand that the imaginary numbers need to honor the discovery. You may use another contributor's name for it. I'm willing to accept that.
Madame Lucy showed no interest in the naming rights, so it was transferred to the third major contributor, Adler Hoffman. Sadly, researcher Adler also rejected the offer. At first, we nearly ended up using the date of that day as the name. But he changed his mind after confirming he could use his family name instead.
The Hoffman knot? You named it after Madame Hoffman?
Yes. Researcher Adler Hoffman wanted to make sure that Greta Hoffman would never be forgotten for her selfless sacrifice. Level 4 Investigator Marcus, please accept this umbrella. It is rightfully yours. Given the incredible contributions you have made, you are welcome to apply for a well-deserved and extended vacation.
No. I will request for permission to go out. My era is gone, but with this umbrella in hand, I will venture into the new world and marvel at what's to come. Will the sucker tort taste the same?
And lastly, the asymmetrical nuclide R in the handle of the umbrella is supposed to protect against the storm syndrome, but this still needs to be confirmed through testing.
It's okay. This is the one thing we need the most.
If you have no further questions about its usage, I'm heading back to the rehab center. The afflicted researchers there are in dire need of my magnet therapy.
Don't you think 1 is not enough for my needs? I think 5. No, 15 might be more helpful. My suitcase can't protect humans from the storm. They'll need the umbrella to survive. In the future missions, I may encounter lots of...
Just a reminder, Timekeeper, this is only a prototype. The application forms for the umbrella are available in the Foundation lobby. Feel free to apply for as many as you need.
Thank you, Mesmer. "37 was right. It is a beautiful shape indeed."
Hey, Vertin! Did you get it done?
Yes, it went smoothly. I was expecting something more complicated. So, to get the umbrella, you only need to fill out forms.
Huh? That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the brave and glorious sacrifice of my Apple II. Don't you think the Foundation should compensate me with a shiny new ship?
Oh.
Oh? What do you mean, oh? Are you saying you totally forgot about it?
Easy, Regulus. Those people are likely buried in paperwork right now. Just be patient and wait.
Lilia, how was your commendation ceremony?
They rewarded me for escorting the important item during the storm. How is delivering a scroll worthy of a reward? I'll say someone should be grateful I didn't crash into the committee building. Take it. Might be useful for your alchemy.
Oh, let me see. Oh, thanks, mate. It's made of pure gold. On behalf of the pirate community, I thank you for your remarkable contribution to alchemy.
I have one too. Please forgive my lack of contribution, Timekeeper. It seems the awakened woods have embraced tranquility once more. Perhaps a sign of good things to come.
I'm glad to see you back on your feet, Miss Truvis. In fact, there's a place I'd like to introduce you to. A flourishing island that survived both war and the storm. I think a talented druid like you would be of great help to them.
Sounds like a place to look forward to.
Nice job, Druvis. It's not as big as Lilia's, but it is made of a rare kind of metal.
This is a good start, Captain. This apple thinks we only need 300 more medals to afford a new ship.
You read my mind, Mr. Chief Mate. When will Zeno's ceremony be held? This captain is not a fan of these ceremonies. So, could they just mail me my medal?
Did I miss something? Are we holding a medal exchanging party?
Sotheby!
But I don't have a medal. All I have is this big round golden...
Captain, I think we can buy a new ship with this.
Regulus! Regulus! The Timekeeper asked me to request a new ship for you, and we have the approval. The Foundation will rebuild Apple II and pay for its maintenance. Huh?
Funny you say that, Sonetto. we have 2 new ships.
"15 plugs. This should be enough to cover all socket types at our destination. Simone, pass me the experiment log, please." Come.
Madame Lucy, is it true? Are you leaving Laplace?
Yes, the inquiry is over. This is the decision of all parties involved.
You have got to be kidding me! After all the incredible contributions you've made, they're suspending you? This is absolutely ridiculous! Without you, there would be no umbrella, and everyone would have died from the side effects!
But many did perish because of me. I had underestimated the danger of the ritual, and it ended up spreading uncontrollably. Did you not once have the same opinion, researcher Adler-Hoffman? It is surprising to see you change your mind so quickly. But that is just what Laplace needs. The spirit of rationality and self-evolution. I can imagine how they came to this decision. They must have considered the backgrounds of all the employees, including their social status and race. After 8 years, we finally created an umbrella to withstand the storm. However, our methods for achieving such progress and breakthroughs were too much for some to handle. People needed an outlet for their frustrations, so someone had to be held responsible for the accidents and casualties. Numerous complaints have been filed against me, accusing me of being a cold, heartless opponent of humanity. Within the Foundation, Zeno, and even here, some are starting to question the idea of having an awakened piston as a leader of Laplace. They argued about my arcane abilities, unsure if I had them under control or if they were becoming unstable and affecting my ability to make rational decisions. I did give the nod to Miss Kikanya in violation of the confidentiality agreement. But ultimately, it helped people survive, and that is all that matters.
So they're questioning your standing because you're an awakened? An arcanist? They're doubting the rationality of a machine that values technology and progress above all else? Could anything be more absurd? Even I, a human, was on the verge of giving up. It was you who convinced me to save our species.
My question is, why are you so upset? This does not affect you. In fact, you may be promoted. Laplace is setting up a new department, and you and Ulrich should have been invited to head it.
Weil das verdammt ungerecht ist! Diese Leute kennen dich nicht. Sie haben nicht mit dir gearbeitet oder dir zugehört. Und doch ernten sie freudig die Früchte deiner Arbeit, während sie dir keinen Respekt erweisen. Der einzige Grund, warum du suspendiert wirst, ist, weil du, ein Erwachter, nicht wirklich sterben kannst. Oder sie würden dir jetzt eine Ehrenmedaille auf deinem Grabstein verleihen.
Maybe you should take up that offer. At least you will get a promotion as a just reward. By the way, Ulrich ended up receiving a medal. But like you, he was not exactly thrilled either. He is outside the committee building, refusing to eat in protest. But everyone knows how resilient the awakened can be. It is going poorly. I will suggest that one of you take this position. No one knows this research better than the two of you.
Not a chance.
The research must progress, and you also need to ensure that the results will not be abused.
Scheiße. You're right.
The punishment does not bother me, Researcher Hoffman. Power exists only in your dictionary, not mine. From the moment of my awakening, I have been unable to comprehend you creatures. And even now, that remains unchanged. We operate in different ways, just like how our fuels differ. But the bright side is our paths align. Whether we are creatures or machines, humans or arcanists, most of us strive for a better life. It is this primal desire that drives progress. That is why I put on the mask of a human and work on improving my appearance and speech, all for the sake of better communication with you. Unfortunately, my efforts do not always pay off. Some say that the more human-like I appear, the more different I seem. But I am who I am, and my motivation is not to gain recognition from others. Our aligned path leads us to progress, and that is all there is to it. Thanks to the invention of the umbrella, Laplace can now resume its research unhindered. And if there is someone better qualified to lead, I am more than willing to remain a humble cog in their machine. Besides, Miss C introduced me to a beautiful resort. The lake there is rich with arcane power, perfect for an awakened arcanist like me. Not only is it a resort, but also an independent team with a good amount of freedom. My only concern is if they have adequate power supply. Oh, rust might be a problem. Perhaps I should ask Researcher X about his titanium derust machine. Time to go, Simone.
Madam Lucy, please take a look at this before you go. This is the report you compiled during the storm countdown, detailing 126 side effects and how the scroll alleviates them. I have some questions about the data for Type 34.
Yes, I can see a few errors in here. Unfortunately, I have to complete all of the handover procedures today. Perhaps you can ask Mr. Ulrich about it later.
The side effects left a mark on you, didn't they? There are 162 side effects, not 126. There was also an obvious typo in the data for Type 34. We noticed it long ago and corrected it. Took only 5 seconds. You sacrificed so much for this report, yet you could not see such glaring mistakes. You called me Researcher Hoffman earlier, a name you haven't used since you took over Laplace 8 years ago. To avoid confusion with my sister, you and our colleagues started calling me Adler instead. How much data did you lose to impair your research abilities like this? Is this why you have to leave Laplace now? The progress you've made has helped so many, but at what cost to your own well-being?
We should go, Madam Lucy.
Goodbye, Researcher Adler. Thank you for correcting my mistake.
All right, fine. I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees. But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us, but for the people who look up to us from below. Madam Lucy! All attention! Salute!
Simone, why are they throwing papers at me? Are they rejecting me and banishing me?
On the contrary, madam, they are showing their reverence.
Oh, I see. Let us go, Simone. I miss the Laplace chargers already. There is a 230-volt bath at the resort, right?
Let's kill time together.
The moment of silence.
Wear gloves.
The moment of utterance.
A good point. It could be found.
Get out of here.
Taking another look. Are you a rational member? That's troublesome. A new hypothesis. A good point. Given that. A new hypothesis. A good point.
The moment of silence.
Uh-huh. The benefits of field mapping. Behold.
Learn from silence.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
The moment of utterance. The moment of silence.
Taking another look. Calculating distance.
We walk in long nights.
Professional. Begin. A new hypothesis. It could be found. Given that.
Sterilize.
No other study could show you this. Form is a bubble. Form is a bubble.
Get out of here. Toes. Wear gloves. Sterilize.
The final demonstration.
Time for tones
An
to
academic
speak
question.
the truth.
Oh, hi.
Welcome to the world of numbers.
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored. Victory secured. I should excuse myself.
My apologies, gentlemen. You are at the wrong venue. Please follow the light. This apple will show you the way to the party.
A classic irrational number. But you seem familiar. Have we met before? In a dream, perhaps?
My duty lies with you.
Wear gloves.
The moment of
It
utterance.
could be found, given that...
Get out of here!
Learn from silence.
Form is above all. Time to check my calculation.
Liam!
The moment of silence.
A new hypothesis.
The moment of utterance. The moment of silence.
No other study could show you this.
Time for tongues to speak of truth. The moment of silence. Time for tongues to speak of truth.
A good point.
Sterilize.
Until the torch is lit. The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Taking another look?
Victory? Okay.
Duty lies with you. The moment of utterance.
It could be found, given that it could be found.
Benefit from reading.
Form is above all. Time to check my calculation. Are you irrational numbers? Run away!
Toes. Wear gloves.
Given that...
A good point. A new hypothesis.
It could be found, given that...
The benefits of field mapping. Taking another look?
Time to check my calculation. final demonstration. Given that it could be found.
A good point.
Welcome to the world of numbers. Are you a rational numbers? Form visible wall. Huh.
The benefits of field mapping.
Toes.
The moment of silence.
Sterilize. Wear gloves.
The moment of utterance.
Sterilize.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
We walk in long nights.
Taking another look. The benefits of field mapping. An academic question. A good point.
The moment of silence.
An academic question. A new hypothesis. A good point.
We walk in long nights.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Calculating distance.
Huh? It's already over?
My duty lies with you. The moment of utterance.
Sterilize.
It could be found. Given that.
Oh, hi.
Are you a rational numbers? Intersect and divide. Away.
Wear gloves.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
It could be found.
Taking another look. No other study could show you this.
Uh-huh.
The moment of silence. The moment of utterance.
A good point.
The moment of silence. The moment of utterance.
A new hypothesis. A good point.
Benefit from reading.
Taking another look. Calculating distance. A new hypothesis. A good point.
The moment of silence.
Isn't it?
No other study could show you this. Taking another look.
Until the torch is lit.
Are you a rational member?
Toes.
Go away.
Sterilize. An academic question.
It could be found.
A new hypothesis.
Get out of here.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
Behold.
Huh? It's already over?
for lighting up the lantern for me.
That's the stuff. Nothing beats a Dr. Pepper after saving the day. What? Are you worrying about other things? We just took down Arcana and snagged the storm immunity. Why not kick back for a minute, mate? The best bit about this whole thing is I ended up with 2 ships in one day. Let's treat ourselves to fizzy drinks and get all puffed up today! Ha! The brown bean juice the math geeks hate so much? You think I'd make a fuss again? Well, coffee would be lovely, but right now Dr. Pepper is my jam. So, maybe next time. Of course! We already have the Equilibrium umbrella saving us from the storm. Just gotta put it into production and distribute it worldwide. Give it 100 years, and bam! It'll be the year 2000 in no time. Alright, maybe that's a bit too long, but we can find a better way for sure. And there's no solid proof that the storm only takes us back to the 20th century, is there? What if, as the Dorky Biter would say, there is such a thing as a white crow? Maybe the next storm will take us to the future. A future where we can sail into space! Oh, I'm gonna be a rockin' space pirate, that's for sure. And we'll pop over to Leo and see if any aliens are up for some rock and roll. Glad you enjoyed that. If you ever want more Dr. Pepper, I'm here for you.
Virgin? What's wrong? I'm calculating the perfect time to set sail. Really? I've had that idea before and brought it up with the Orator congregation. Because the language of the phenomenal world was not precise enough. It often led to misunderstandings. But when they tried it, most did not last a day. I'm I'm surprised there's another great mind like mine in the phenomenal world. They must have a special number. I think we'll meet again soon.
Hey, Vertin! Come drink with me. Only kids like Regulus drink soda. You should get used to vodka.
I'm underage too.
Sheesh. You were never the model student, but now you sound like one. If you're not into drinking holy water, at least chat with me. Or the joy of drinking will be lost. Now that's a topic to get the sips flowing. Who isn't up for a little reminiscing while drinking? I became a pilot because I love flying, obviously. Ah, the wind rushing past you, the thrill of acceleration. The weightlessness and adrenaline while chasing the enemy. The best part is the screaming when you slice apart their plane. Call me disloyal if you want, but to me, Xeno was just a place to get a pilot's license. Ever since I got my papers and an aircraft, I had been looking for a place to fly freely. In Xeno, I needed a mission to fly. At the Foundation, my role would have been reduced to a mere instructor. So I looked for a place with endless problems, where I could have unlimited fun in the air. Can you guess where I ended up? Your suitcase. Пока! Maybe you can join me for another ride sometime. Not like the last time when you were sick, but in an actual air fight.
Is there a gentleman who can help me? Oh, it's Vertin! Hooray! Could you act the part of a gentleman and help me carry this suitcase?
What's in it?
The moving pictures of Typhon I chose for my new island friends, including Typhon and the Auto Island, Typhon and the Pegasus, Typhon and the battle against Jupiter. All are perfect gifts for new friends. I know what you're worrying about, but don't worry. Miss Moisson approved my request, so I asked the Foundation to make copies for everyone. Even though she said something like, no copyright issues in this time and year. Is copying not right in this era? Typhon never cared about such details when sharing with friends. Could you carry the suitcase for me? Bless your heart.
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thanks again, Vertin. Say, do you happen to know of any dark and empty rooms? We can enjoy Typhon's moving pictures on a wall there with our new friends. Thank you for asking, Vertin. Everyone at the Foundation may look tough, but they're all really friendly. You see, they only ask for 500,000 Sharpodontes as the compensation for turning the Foundation building into a treehouse. 500,000! Can you believe it? That's not even worth a dragon's heart. I have a feeling the so-called compensation was just a gesture to alleviate my guilt. They were too considerate to embarrass a lady. How chivalrous they were. Besides, I also got acquainted with the great Ms. Buanish. She is a lovely lady who has been guiding me through the Foundation. I would have loved to hold a ball to show my appreciation, but Mr. Carson told me that if a lady always responds with, "I need to think about it," then her answer is no. Perhaps she's not into balls. Have you known Ms. Buanish for long, Vertin? Could you possibly share her interest with me? I knew it, Vertin. You must really enjoy lugging suitcases around.
A beautiful morning to you, Verdin. As you described, this is a forest worth looking forward to. Branches of the trees are arranged in a perfect pattern, showing a sense of harmony and unity. I can see the gentle and caring nature of the guardian of the forest.
That is high praise.
Indeed, all branches follow the same pattern and grow in the same way. The edges of squares give rise to triangles, and the edges of triangles give rise to squares. I may not be familiar with this trimming style, but I can hear the trees humming with joy.
That pattern is called the Pythagoras tree.
I have heard of this Pythagoras. He was a mathematician. Little did I know that his theorem could be expressed on trees. My respects to the sagacity of the ancients. Defeating Arcana. I am not certain she can be defeated. To defeat an entity like her, one must first understand her intentions. Manus Vindicte's purpose is clear, but Arcana's is a mystery. She didn't care about anything based on the time I spent with her. In accordance with the laws of nature, fruits fall, seeds take root, and trees bear new produce. The tree can be pruned, its fruit thinned, and even cut down to change its appearance. Yet the inherent law of nature cannot be altered. To me, Arcana is like an unchangeable law, one without any purpose. It cannot be overcome, just as it cannot be changed. I would love to talk to the trees again. They are delightful. Farewell for now.
Nice to meet you, Timekeeper. I have intended to visit you, but training interfered. Forgive me for meeting you like this instead.
Training?
Yes, training. I was instructed to leave Laplace and go on a vacation. Just as I was wondering where and how I was going to accomplish this task, Madame Z recommended your suitcase. So I prepared this spare body for easier communication with the members in your suitcase. Considering the presence of underage individuals, I opted for a softer material. Hopefully, they will be comfortable with the temperature of my metal. As for my training, it is to master the art of resting. I would like to inquire, how does one define the concept of resting? I am glad that you and I have come to the same conclusion. Based on my observations, resting is what one does to recharge their physical and mental systems. Through the combination of a balanced diet, suitable exercise, and sufficient sleep. But these measures do not work for the awakened. I require no sleep. My sustenance is electricity, and exercise quickens my deterioration. I suppose the closest definition of resting is the continuous charging of electricity. But from your perspective, can this not be categorized as the sin of gluttony? See you soon, Timekeeper. Remember, we still need to complete the resting plan.
It's a 7-letter word. The second letter is A and the third letter I. Failing, failure, jailing, painful. No, not these. Open your mind.
What about rainbow?
Good one. Then the 6 is O, the start of opportunity. Wait, who's talking? There is no one around me. Is the IGM talking? Are you an awakened one?
This is Vertin speaking.
The timekeeper? I was so relaxed I forgot to check the microphone. Most of the staff is preparing funerals for the deceased. If you have anything to say, I'll pass it on. I was just going through words in alphabetical order. It had nothing to do with pessimism or my personal feelings. If you really want to call me that, then I'll say it takes one to know one. Pessimists have a knack for spotting their own kind. So were you just here for small talk? I was told it would help with my resocialization. Thanks.
It's hot. Please move these people out into the hallway. This room's turning into a sauna. Burton? Thanks for the jacket, but I doubt anyone will catch a cold in this weather. It's been a while since we saw each other outside the Foundation, hasn't it? I should probably thank you for the extra work you're causing me. Finally, I have a chance to escape the daily grind and enjoy some fresh air. Even though some of the Foundation staff are starting to see me as your go-between. Whatever. It's nice to get away from the screaming patients once in a while. Here, the equilibrium umbrellas you requested. To do what? Be your errand girl? Sadly, the number of people losing their minds only increased over the years. I'll never be able to leave this job. You should continue your efforts, Vertin. Find ways to minimize the impact of the storm on people, as you did with the equilibrium umbrella. That'll save me a lot of trouble. It's no big deal. Just part of the job. Now, if you don't mind, please verify the delivery and confirm receipt of the items you requested. The faster you count, the sooner I can take a break.
Finally caught you! Think you can hide from me? Did you really think you could sneak off to the twist ball without the knowledge of the monitor assistant Matilda?
Twist ball?
You can't fool me.
The lovely Sotheby has given away the details of your plan. You should feel lucky that I'm soft-hearted and generous with other people's mistakes. Now, if you invite me to this ball, I will forget about what happened.
There is no twist ball, Matilda.
Do you really expect me to believe that? Do you mean that? Was Miss Sotheby pulling a prank on me?
Perhaps she forgot that she was supposed to hold the ball.
So no one was left out. Elle ne va pas se lancer dans une danse du twist fou. You'd better be telling the truth. I hope you will come up with a more tasteful event next time. And be sure to invite me. As the monitor assistant, I am obligated to be there and supervise. Join you? You mean leaving here with you? Also with her? You can't trick me into breaking the rules. I will become a Foundation investigator all on my own. And I will outdo you and Sonetto in this position. By then, you will be hoping to join me, not the reverse. Which is not another ball without me, I should hope. You're cleverer than this 13. You know you can't fool me. I will be watching.
Congratulations, Verton. The Foundation is pleased with your recent performance. I am here to award you on behalf of the Foundation. I know you're not a fan of these ceremonies, so here's your medal and a brief statement on your achievements. You could say that. But some wasted no time in securing their next step. They're already seeking partnership with Laplace on the development of the Equilibrium umbrella. The umbrella will allow the Foundation to move freely during the storm. The committee should announce a new bill on field investigation soon. The balance within the Foundation will shift once more. Politicians will be busy. Speaking of balance, we should be equipping frontline investigators with Equilibrium umbrellas as a top priority. No need to rush, Verton. Take your time and rest. Enjoy the company of your friends before you set out again. Don't worry about the reports. I'll handle them. You've been busy ever since becoming the timekeeper, and you deserve a break.
Good morning. Or evening, my lady. Just as expected, the wine on this island is exquisite. This apple, pledges to personally take on the task of documenting these wines and preserving their names for posterity. They will be called Cuvée Apéron, in honor of this respectable school of thought. It pains this apple to the core that such a talented group of scholars parted ways over philosophical differences, Miss Verton. Disagreements are not always bad. Sometimes the spark of progress comes from the friction of ideas. The flaws in the foundation of calculus weren't discovered by a mathematician, but by a theologian heavily involved in the study of religion. And for that, we should be grateful to him for bringing it to light. His insights revealed weaknesses in the concept of infinitesimals, prompting a need for improvement. Thanks to his criticisms, mathematics was spared from becoming a palace of errors and lies. This apple believes that the current differences in the school of Apéron will eventually lead to a greater unity. We should toast to differences. Bon voyage, Miss Verton.
Hey, Verton, what a lucky surprise. I'm setting up a new Goldberg machine. This place is going to be a hub. When a seagull glides over the ocean and builds a nest on one end of this lever, a stone will be flung from the other end, which will fly all the way to... Well, the fun will be spoiled if I tell you now. See for yourself when I'm done. Why don't we talk about something else? Like Laplace? You might want to hear what a mess it is over there. You mean Ulrich? He's still on hunger strike, camping out in front of the committee building day in and day out. He was alone at first, then some human researchers and arcanists joined him. Even though none of them could last as long as Ulrich. Eventually, the Foundation employees arrived, pushing a cart full of food. Ulrich's scream of "Traitors!" was so loud that it was hard to believe he could make such a sound. But he also has a lot of work to do, so I assume he'll be there a few days, and we'll have to end the strike as deadlines approach. I'll catch you later. I've got a couple of gadgets to tune up.
Good morning, Timekeeper. We have finally completed all of our assigned tasks. The Foundation gave me a break, but I don't know what to do with my free time. Would you mind if I spent some time with you?
Certainly. We can chat a little.
Thank you, Timekeeper. I wanted to talk to you about the mission we just had. Especially about Sophia. Sorry, this is about to sound like a work report. I'm not very good at small talk. Can you start the conversation? Yes, as enemies. I could not understand her motives. She was one of the most devout believers I knew. So why did she turn her back on Aperon?